friends, this is Julie Tillman. Welcome to my channel. Today I am taking part in an inspiration blog hop with my fellow Not Too Shabby team members, and we're showcasing the beautiful August release. This is the subscription products. I am going to be using today the Boho Critters paper pad, which is part of the Paper Pad Club. The Paper Pad Club is a subscription, or you can, the next month, the 2 paper pads in the Paper Pad Club become available individually. But the only way you can get them this month is through the Paper Pad Club. There's also add-ons to our Paper Pad Club. There's a Boho Critters ephemera, which I'll be using, and there is a stamp set you can add on. It's the Cozy Woodland Lane, and it is just adorable. I love these little critters. So I am also going to be using the square and the little sentiment rectangle from Easy Wonder Die #1 add-ons. And I'm just going to use a 6x6 piece of paper and the envelope punch board. And this is such an easy little box. I love it. It is not my original idea. It's been around for a while, and I just remembered it and thought how cute the little gifts make with it. So I have some treats, some Hershey's treats, and a little cinnamon roll lip balm in there. So this is what we're going to be making today. There's also, you could put tags in here. I made this cute little tag with the Boho Critters, and I used one of the little doodlebug doilies. This is Bon Bon, and I think that these are in Jamie's shop. I think they're in stock right now, and I used some sparkle enamel dots, added a little glitter to the ephemera, and just broke up the sentiment when I cut one of those banners from the Easy Wonder Die #1 add-on. So let's get started. We're going to take our paper, and I'm going to start on the side, and all we have to remember for this is 2 and 4. So I'm going to punch it 4, lining it up on this edge. That's what the 4 is. And then I'm going to move it down to 2 and punch and score. And the hardest part for me is remembering to score, because I like to just do the punches and then I'm done. Punch on the 4 and score, and the 2 and score. And we're doing this on 3 sides. So punch here and score, and then we move to the 2 and score. And that is all of the scoring. On the final side, we just go to the 4 and the 2 and just punch those. So this side that does not have the extra score marks, score lines, it doesn't have a score here, that is going to be the top of your box. So we are going to fold and burnish these. All of the folds go inward. I love these little boxes. They come together so quickly, and they just look like a really neat gift. I always like receiving things like this, so hopefully people like receiving them as well. So there are 2 cuts, and we're just going to cut right on this score line to this score line on the bottom, the part with the score, and we're cutting right on the score line up to that first score line. And we're doing it on both sides. These are going to be our little flaps, tabs, or whatever. And then this, you can either fold it down if you wanted. You could score there and fold it down, but I usually just cut it off. You could cut it with scissors, or you can cut it with these things. If you line it up so that it's kind of bumping into this little thing on the works thing, then as long as it's lined up there, it's just completely straight. So that's fun. So now we are ready to assemble. And I usually like to put these little tabs in first. So I'm going to put a little liquid glue on that tab and line that up. You just want to make sure your box is going to be straight and not leaning in on the sides. And then I am going to put glue on this little thing. You don't want to go all the way up to the score line because there's this little part there that you might get glue on your bottom of your box where you wouldn't want it. And I am just lining up those, making sure those lines are in line. And then we're going to fold these ones in. And I'm just doing that top little triangle because that's what's going to. And you can use a score tape or any kind of adhesive you want on this. I prefer a combination of both, but I just didn't grab my score tape today. So we're going this way. You just have to make sure it's kind of set up before you go on to the next step. And then we are going to cover up this little section so it doesn't matter if this doesn't quite match up here because we're covering that up. So there are ways that you could, I probably just didn't do my lines very straight when I cut. So there. Okay, so that is our box. And next we are going to decorate it. And I have cut a square from this cute little, it's the Boho Critters. It's got the little animals on it, that print. And I am just going to put this on a square of cardstock. The die cut is 1.75 inches. So I did a 2-inch square so that I could have 1/4 inch margins all around. And then I think I'm going to use this little guy. I love his little mischievous grin. So first I'm going to put this onto my box with a little glue. And I don't know if I've been out of frame for a long time, but sorry about that if I was. I was just all excited about making this box. These are so cute. I just love these little foxes, bunny rabbits, such cute critters. That looks like I got it on a little crooked. What's going on there? Yeah, it looks crooked for sure. Let's see. How's that? Oh, that's much better. Okay. I might need a little more glue. My glue dried a little bit. Just get that on there good. That's looking a little better. So I have the die cut rectangle, sentiment rectangle from the add-ons. And I am going to stamp the Hello Friend from that Stamp of the Month. This one, the Hello Friend from Cozy Woodland Lane. And on these dies, I think it's easiest to die cut first and then stamp. I have the hardest time lining them up when I stamp first. So I am just gonna wing it and hope for the best. That looks good. And I just cut this a 1/4 inch bigger on both sides so that it would do the 1/8 inch borders to match the other square. I'm trying not to touch my stamping. Yeah. Get those lined up. And I did stamp that towards the end of the sentiment because this part's going to be tucked in behind my raccoon, my little critter friend. So this part's going to stick out a little bit here. And then I think my critter, I'm gonna pop him up a little, and then I'm gonna cut away. So I'm gonna put my dimensional foam here so I can line up my guy. Whoa. Line up my little guy how I want him. There, he's super cute. And then I am just going to cut off this part that sticks out beyond. There he is. He's so cute. So cute. I might want the whole thing to pop up a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. These ones are 1-inch ones. And I will grab this, it's 2 inches. And we don't want to, if we go outside at all, I don't think we will. So it doesn't matter where our adhesive is. Otherwise it might be seen if you were going off the side. But here I think I'm just going to keep him. And so I did 1 millimeter and 2 millimeters out up here because this is already 1 millimeter, so just making it level. And just need to pull these annoying little things off. I'm gonna add some liquid glue so I have a little bit of wiggle room. And I'll just, there. I'm going to place him so that it looks like that's kind of the border, that's the mat of this as well as that. So that was how I decided to do it. Anyways, I am going to also, I did do some little Copic enhancements to his fur. I wanted it to look a little more reddish. Just personal preference. But I am going to, if my thing is working, I'm just going to add a little bit of glossy glaze to his nose and to his eyes. I think it adds a nice little touch. So that is our cute little box. And I just used like a cello bag and I tied it with, I found this ribbon at the Dollar Tree. I thought it was pretty cute and it matched really well. So I just tied a little knot around it and cut the ends, and then this little lip balm fits right in. You could put all sorts of candy in here, treats, gift cards, tags of course will fit as well. So anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun to put together, and if you make one, I would love to see it. Be sure to check the description box below for links to all the products, links to the playlist for the hop, and the entry form for the giveaway to the Not Too Shabby shop. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.